Good morning. Once again we have come up with audio-visual animated weekly report. This enables the market participants to get a quick overview of the previous week. During the week, Nifty surged by 1.14%, while previous week Nifty corrected by 0.36%. On first day of the week, Nifty surged by 100 points to close at 8,635. But on 26th, snapped half of the gain of the previous day. While on 27th, we saw good volumes and Nifty made new high of 8,665. On expiry day, index traded in range and surged by 40 points to 8,674. On Friday, index saw correction of 30 points to close at 8,638. Top gainers and the impact of results on them. Eicher Motors surged 13.37% during the week. The company reported 58.6% growth in net profit, which stood at 376 crore due to healthy revenue. That grew by 42% to Rs 1,556 crore on YOY basis, and EBITDA margin was healthy at 30.2%. The management said that company is all set to ramp up the capacity to 9 lakh units by 2018 with investment of Rs 600 crore. Bharti Infratel. The company reported 71% growth in consolidated net profit at Rs 756 crore on YOY basis. The management said that the company is ready to cater to the ever-increasing demand for data. Also, 4G data charges are slashed. The user base is expected to increase. The total income for quarter was up nearly 6% to Rs 1,453 crore. Maruti Suzuki rose 7.7%. Net sales for the quarter rose 12% to Rs 14,654 crore on higher volume and better product mix of vehicles sold. The management said the profit in the quarter was helped by a higher turnover, material cost reduction, higher non-operating income and lower depreciation. Adverse foreign exchange movement and fire at Manesar plant reduced the profit to some extent. Maruti Suzuki's net profit rose 23% to Rs 1,486 crore. Zee Entertainment rose by 7% during the week. Its consolidated net profit rose 21.76% to Rs 216 crore on robust advertisement income. Total income grew by 14.74% and stood at Rs 1,531 crore. The company has relaunched Ditto TV at very aggressive price point and will be great experience for Indian consumers to watch TV live on mobile. Asian Paint reported robust earnings with consolidated net profit for the June quarter up 19% at Rs 553 crore on YOY basis. Net sales during the quarter under review was up 10% at Rs 4,035 crore. The stock surged to make new highs and closed at Rs 1,114 rupees. Top losers of Nifty constituents. Dr. Reddy plunged by 18.46% as it gave a bitter pill to the market. Inspection at 3 manufacturing facilities by US FDA and quality issue cited by the regulator has put pressure on net profit. Revenue declined by 14% to Rs 3,234 crore, while net profit plunged by 80% to Rs 126 crore. But the chairman has said the company has faced such challenges in past and has emerged stronger and resilient. Tech Mahindra plunged 3.36% ahead of results as Street is expecting margin pressure and cautious guidance from management on account of Brexit event. GAIL India Limited is in talks with Russia's Gazprom to delay and renegotiate a 20-year gas purchase deal undercut by low spot prices. Sources familiar with the matter say as weak demand at home and pricing mismatch of crude and gas price is forcing it to stall some contracted supply and revising its crude oil linked pricing agreement. Tata Steel plans to double the productivity of its workforce in its domestic operation in next 5 years as it seeks to be more competitive. Tata Steel's Kalinganagar steel project in Odisha targets to sell 1.5 million tons of hot rolled coils in FY17. The Greenfield project is now undergoing the process of synchronization and stabilization of various units and will attain 50% of the installed capacity by the end of this fiscal. India's fastest growing telecom operator, Idea Cellular, announced expansion of its high-speed 4G services in over 9 districts of Northeast Service Area. With the rapid expansion in a fairly short span of time, Idea's 4G services are now available to over 1.7 million people in Northeast region. Corporate news. Maruti Suzuki is planning to transport vehicles through inland waterways and has inked a pact with government for this, a move that will help Maruti reduce its logistic costs. RBI imposes Rs 2 crore penalty on HDFC Bank for lapses in adhering to KYC and anti-money laundering norms. SBI has engaged IOC's Kisan Seva Kendras as banking correspondents to extend banking facilities to farmers across country. The RBI has imposed a penalty of Rs 5 crore on Bank of Baroda after it found irregularities in 6,100 crore scam that was unearthed last year. Glenmark gets FDA nod for skin ointment named Triamcinolone acetinoid ointment used in treatment of various skin conditions. Engineering and infrastructure major L&T's net profit was up 46% at Rs 610 crore. The company in its outlook said the investment climate in India is yet to gather pace, particularly in private sector. The gross revenue at Rs 21,874 crore was up 9.1%, but it was still below the street estimate. Fresh orders won during the quarter stood at Rs 29,702 crore, up 14%. The consolidated order book stood at Rs 2.57 lakh crore, up 8%. The EBITDA margin was up 16% at Rs 1,910 crore. Bajaj Auto recorded Rs 978 crore standalone net profit, EBITDA margin of 21.2% during the quarter despite input cost pressure and lower export. The company's exports were badly hit, marking a drop of 22% during the quarter, impacted by a fall in Nigeria and Egypt market. Domestic sales meanwhile reported a rise of 16%, boosted by demand for new products such as V15 and Avenger. Domestic volume stood at 6,24,000 units for the quarter, compared to 5,36,000 units in FY16. Bharti Airtel's net profit surged 10.8% on quarter-on-quarter basis to Rs 1,462 crore. Its revenue per user increased to 196 rupees and data user base stood at 26%, while its revenue grew by 2.4% to Rs 25,572 crore. Looking at the foreign institution and domestic institutions investment data, we can see that foreign institutions were net buyer with net investment of Rs 3,719 crore and domestic institutions were net seller as they took 1,564 crore rupees off the table. Thank you for sparing precious time for watching the weekly market report of Pawan Kumar Parmeshwar Lal.